So this is the Riley Pathfinder seat for Practical Classics. We're giving you a little bit of an update as to where we are. We've been, since our last video, showing you sort of like the filling and stuff like that we were doing on here and repairing the tears and things. You can sort of see where we've been doing things. We've got obviously a lot of work still left to do on here, but what we have been doing is, bonding down all the tears that you can see. We've got tape stuck everywhere because obviously the tape is sort of holding the tears in. And we've had to strengthen this behind here with a new patch of leather that we put in here to strengthen it so we can then reshape all this area. All this particular area has now been all glued back down again. This has all been fixed. This had a big hole through here. There was holes everywhere. Everywhere that you sort of see tape is where you can sort of see where this tear's been repaired. So we're going to obviously have to, once those tears have been repaired, and they're bonded down properly, we can then actually start the filling process of those. So all this has sort of been bonded back in position, and we're going to have to regrain this whole particular area in here. This is all going to have to be grained and put back in with new sort of graining products and bits of, we're going to let a bit of leather in here anyway, but we wanted to try to keep as much of this as original as we possibly could. So we're going to let leather in here, a little piece in here, then we're going to grain over that as well. So that's all blended in nicely. This is going to require some fibre binder on here, and you can sort of see these big sort of tears. These have all been sort of strengthened now, and you can sort of push all these no problem, and give them a real good hard push, and they're not coming apart. Same with this one here, that was the hole. Again, that's all nicely bonded. You can see all the flexi filler and things that's gone in here. The heavier crackings had heavy filler in, and then it's had flexi filler put over the top. This is obviously all going to be sanded yet as well to make this so that we can make it better again, so that we can actually then start the colouring process. But I mean, the main thing is we're really happy with the way the sort of tears and things have come out. They've obviously got to be filled in here so that we can't see those. All these tears we've done up here today. This is some quite bad tears all the way down here. So those have all been done. All this cracking needs to be done. So we've got obviously all the filling sort of done up to here, and all the base has been filled around here as well. So we've just got this area to fill here, and then we've got all the front to do. We've got all this sort of area is all bonded back down here. All this is taped back down and rebonded and secured in position. All the loose leather that was here is all taped back down as well. And then this was quite a big hole here. So this is a massive tear that was in here. There's obviously nothing on the back of this, so it's been quite tricky to sort of almost get our hands into somewhere where they didn't want to fit, to obviously secure that and bond that back in position again. But all these have been bonded back in. Then we can start all the filling processes on these, and we're going to be ending up with a seat that's a very nice seat. We've recycled this leather, we've saved it as well. It's going to retain all its beautiful patina that's got on it, and it's not going to be replaced with brand new leather. So the car is going to be completely original leather inside it, which is an absolute big plus from our perspective point of view, being ISO 14001 accredited as well. So I mean, it's something that's we're very passionate about, and close to our heart, is recycling and making sure that we protect and preserve our environment and planet as much as we possibly can. So I mean, that's why we have this year launched all our brand new products that were solvent, and we've now got them as water-based, and the feedback we're getting is people say they're actually better than the solvent version. So that is an even bigger benefit to us. So I mean, but it's coming along nicely. So I mean, the next stage is, once we've got all these areas that we've glued are sort of dried, we can then start with the filling process again with the rest of the seat. Once that's done, we are then going to obviously show you the sanding process that we're going to go through to sand some of the areas. Not going to do the whole seat. We're going to show you a small section of how to sand the fillers down properly, and then to see whether we need any more filler going on there. So that's when we're going to start putting like a bit of a base primer on to see whether we need any more fillers going on there. So we're going to put like a base primer on here of like a dark grey, because we're going maroon. So we want to sort of get it as like a nice sort of dark grey, because then obviously the ready sort of maroon colour will then obviously require less paint to go on there with us having the base layer on there. So it makes it a lot more sort of realistic looking as well. It doesn't make it sort of plastic, because you're obviously putting the one primer on, and then you're putting on your maroon colour on top, ready maroon colour on top, because then the darker shade will shine through the maroon, which makes it easier for changing colours and redoing things on leather and stuff like that as well. Because obviously this thing is being changed colour completely to match what because obviously the actual original seat on this car was completely shot. So this is actually an original seat, but it's not original to this actual particular vehicle, but it's going to have this put back in it, and it's still original leather, which is the main thing that we've achieved here. So that's fantastic. So if you want to subscribe to Practical Classics, do follow the have a look at the text in the video, and there is a link to their website, and you can buy all our products online as well at leatherrepaircompany.com. But head on over to Practical Classics and do give those guys some shares, likes and loving, because they do a fantastic job down there, and it would be great to get them some subscriptions going, because this is phenomenal what they're doing and what we're doing here for them as well with this seat and this Riley Pathfinder.